Hey there, this is Leanne Brunell from Leanne Brunell Coaching, and I am a mental and emotional wellness coach. And what I love doing is helping women who struggle with chronic stress, self-sabotage, and an inability to say no to build a lasting sense of inner calm, set healthy boundaries, and finally follow through on their important goals. In this video, I'm going to teach you about how stress impacts your body, particularly your brain. And then I'm going to end with a super quick and super powerful process that will significantly bring down your stress level in just a matter of minutes. As I'm sure you're well aware, chronic stress can impact everything from eating to sleeping to our relationships. This constant state of stress, even if it's just a low level of it, impairs the frontal lobes of our brains. And in the frontal lobes is where we control our reasoning, our problem solving, memory, decision making, creativity, and judgment. So needless to say, this is a pretty important part of our brains. This is the part of our brains that really separates us from other animals. Now, when we're stressed, either acutely or chronically, our amygdala, or the less evolved lower lizard part of our brains, hijacks our system and puts us in a state of stress response, also known as the fight, flight, or freeze response, which causes us to react first and think later. This can make us feel out of control and cause us to do or say things that we regret later. Or with the freeze response, it leaves us unable to speak up or stand up for ourselves. And then a big one for many of us, it can cause us to turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms like emotional eating, excessive spending, TV watching, drinking, etc. All those things that we know aren't good for us, but we feel helpless to control. Some physical issues that are strongly related to chronic stress include memory loss, heart attacks, chronic fatigue syndrome, digestive issues, immune system dysfunction, sleep issues, sexual or reproductive issues, and on and on. So it's probably fair to say chronic stress is definitely something we want to get on top of. So today I'm going to guide you through a process that at first glance probably seems pretty out there, maybe a little woo-woo, but it's scientifically proven to massively reduce stress in a really short period of time. And this process is called EFT or tapping. Now, tapping is based on stimulating the ancient Chinese acupuncture meridians without needles, while repeating phrases that are designed to elicit an emotional response. The tapping of these points while thinking about something stressful tells your brain, in particular that lizard part of our brain, that you're safe. And so the thinking part of our brain can then stay online and you can freely and easily process and move through difficult emotions that have been causing you to feel stuck. It's like this crazy weird hack that in a way tricks or confuses your brain to help you heal super quickly. Properly done, EFT can essentially rewire your brain and balance the system. So all those things that you've gone to therapy for years and years for can suddenly be resolved in as little as a few sessions. What's really wonderful about tapping is that once you learn it, it's a tool you can use for any difficult or stressful situation to help you have your full mental and emotional faculties on board when you need them. Just as a side note, however, I strongly recommend working with myself or another trained EFT practitioner when it comes to processing trauma, which I believe is at the root of all our unhelpful behaviors. Our brains are really smart and that they want to protect us from feeling difficult emotions. So it will very likely keep hidden from you that one thing that you need to look at and address in order to heal. As a quick example, I had a client who came to me wanting to heal her past because deep down she knew that her repeated miscarriages were due to some unaddressed sexual trauma from her childhood. One of the exercises I do with my clients involves making peace with our bodies, because we all know how much stress our bodies can cause us. And when I asked her what she felt was unforgivable about her body, she just listed a couple things physically that she didn't like about her body and said that was kind of it. And I was really surprised that she didn't mention her miscarriages, because those were such a big deal to her. So I waited a moment and then asked her if maybe she'd felt like her body had let her down with her miscarriages. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't even think of that." And then, of course, she had some great healing around that, because that was the thing that she needed to address in order to heal. But her brain wanted to protect her, and it was like, nope, I'm not going there. So my point is that we all have blind spots that require a trained professional to really help us heal at a deep level. I have an intro to tapping video that I'm going to also include here if you wanted to dive a little deeper into the mechanics of it, but I'm going to give you the short version here. You're going to be tapping on several points that I'm going to show you in a moment, using at least 2 fingers and tapping on each point somewhere between maybe 5 and 20 times per point, though there's definitely no magic number. If staying on a certain point feels good, you're welcome to do so. Of course, you're not going to tap so hard that you're going to give yourself a bruise or hurt yourself, but tapping hard enough that you can kind of hear a little bit of a tapping sound. And if some of the points are sensitive or difficult to reach, feel free to skip them. The main thing is that you just want to hit at least a few points. I like to do them in a certain order because it's easier for me to remember, but feel free to improvise. So the first point that I like to start with is the eyebrow point. And the eyebrow point is just where your eyebrow meets your forehead, so just tapping right there. And then there's the side of the eye. Again, kind of that hard bony spot there. And then under eye, which is the top of your cheekbone. Under your nose. And then there's the chin point. And then there's the collarbone point. So if you can see my collarbone right here, it kind of ends right about there. And just below that, you're going to tap right there. And then there's the underarm. So about a hand width distance underneath your armpit, kind of right about where your bra sits. And then there's the top of your head. So just right at the very top of your head there. Now I'm going to say a phrase for each tapping point, and you're going to repeat it back to me. And the more you can connect with your emotions as you tap, the more effective you're going to find this. So when you repeat it back to me, try using as much emotion in your voice as you can, or imagining it in your head if you have to. And if something I say doesn't quite match for you, feel free to change the words as you repeat them back. So before we start, I'd like you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And I'd really like you to get centered in your body. Feel your feet on the floor, and your seat, and your back in the chair. And then I'd like you to ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the average level of stress that I feel on a daily basis, and where do I feel that in my body? 0 is like being on holiday on a beach somewhere, feeling no stress at all. And 10 is like being this close to having a breakdown. And if you can't think of a number, just do your best to guess. Okay, once you have your number, let's start tapping, beginning on the eyebrow point and tuning into the sensation of stress in your body. Tuning into this sensation is awful. I don't want to go there. I don't like how this feels. It's reminding me that I don't feel safe. It's reminding me that I don't feel in control. It's reminding me that I am weak. Not as strong as I want to be. I feel insecure. totally insecure. I feel ashamed because I'm always falling short, not measuring up, not good enough. My nervous system is on high alert, wanting to escape, wanting to fight, or totally freezing, not knowing what to do or say. I'm walking around at this number, fill in the blank, and this does not feel good. Some of this programming and some of these beliefs probably comes from my childhood. Everything that I learned about my safety in the world, or lack of it, influences how I handle stress today. All this stress and anxiety in my body. I feel it in my, fill in the blank, but I'm just going to honor it. I didn't choose to be this way. It's not my fault. It's just how I was programmed. Okay, stop tapping for a moment and just take a deep breath. And I'd like you to check in with how you're feeling right now. If that round really brought up some deep emotions like sadness or grief or maybe even anger, just go through that round another time or two until you feel a little bit more calm and a little bit more settled. And then join me for this next round where we're going to do a little bit of positive tapping. Okay, beginning on the eyebrow point again. Today I have some new understanding. There's no lion chasing me. I'm not in life-threatening danger. I'm right here in my body. Right now, in this moment, I'm safe. My brain thinks it's helping me by keeping me on high alert, but I know better now. All those scary things are just thoughts in my head. I'm open to looking at my difficult emotions and holding them with compassion. My stress response can stand down now. Calming down now, even just a little bit. I am safe in my home. Releasing this energy that's been stuck in my body. Giving my nervous system permission to let go. Just a little. Okay, another deep breath. Now I'd like to finish off by doing a short visualization to really help bring your nervous system down even more. Feel free to keep tapping if you like, but if you'd rather just listen, that's okay too. So close your eyes again. And I'd like you to picture an enormous shower head coming down from the sky. It's going to turn on slowly and gently And out of it is coming this warm, soothing, golden liquid light energy. And it's washing over your whole body, soothing you and comforting you from your head all the way down to your toes. And once it's washed over your whole body, then the pores of your skin are going to open up and allow this beautiful golden light energy into your body, bathing every cell in your body with its healing energy. And once every cell in your body has been bathed in this golden liquid light, it's going to start pouring out from the bottoms of your feet and into Mother Earth, taking with it any remaining stress, any remaining tightness in your body, and any remaining negative energy, and just clearing everything out and down into the earth for Mother Earth to take and transform into something beautiful. Just take a moment to really feel everything that's not serving you being washed away down and out through the soles of your feet. And just tune into how centered and grounded you feel right now. Take one more deep breath. Really basking in this new sense of calm. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you found that to be a sweet little break in your day. And so if you're up for a little mini challenge, I'm going to challenge you to do this tapping and visualization once per day. Or if you're really eager to bring down your average level of stress really quickly, doing this morning and night will bring about big changes for you really, really quickly. And again, this is just doing this for a few minutes per day. And to make this easier for you, I'm also going to include an MP3 recording of just that section so you can download it to your phone. And after you've done this daily for a week or two, I'd like you to check in again on your average daily stress score and see how much it's gone down. And I'd love for you to report back to me how that goes. Thank you so much. Bye for now.